Introducing the most powerful force in the wrestling world.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the HJ Show. H, how's it going in the UK?
It seems to be warm. I'm not sure. I'm quite tender after watching the majority of Ozzy Osbourne's last show last night, but I missed Guns N' Roses, Metallica, Ozzy and Sabbath because my feed cut out and I was too fucking bladdered to get it back on.
Now, was Billy Corgan part of that? Because I know I seen on your Facebook.
Yeah, he showed up as part of one of the super groups. He's terrible.
I mean, Smashing Pumpkins wasn't too bad. I like their Butterfly with a Butterfly. Butterfly with bullet wings, or Bullet with Butterfly Wings is what it is.
That's a tune. The odd track of theirs I like, but his voice just grates on me. However, I think it was just before Pantera came on, because Jason Momoa was the host. So for Pantera, he climbs down off the stage and, like, hair down, got his phone out of his pocket and went in the pit. Can you imagine paying whatever the fuck the prices were for, because there was like an inner circle bit at the front, which I'm guessing was a fucking pricey do. Can you imagine spending like 700 quid to go watch Ozzy's last show to get knocked the fuck out by Aquaman halfway through the day?
I mean, that'd be a story, but I would be pissed. I mean, I know the Jericho cruise, Jericho reserves some spots for his family to watch the shows. One's up in the balcony, one's right up on stage, and some of the people that go on the Jericho cruise get mad because it's like maybe 5 foot, maybe.
Yeah.
And it's like for the stage, and they're like, "That's prime real estate. We should be able to get up there." It's like, guys, chill, enjoy yourselves. You're on the cruise. He walks out like. I've seen him take people's phones, everything, but like, if I paid the amount I'm assuming you had to pay for those inner circle of Aussies, and Momoa came down, and it wasn't like a celebrity section already,
yeah,
I might be a little mad because of the price I paid for that.
I mean, it's a hell of a story. Yeah, I went to go and see Ozzy, but I spent Ozzy's set in the medical tent because Jason Momoa fucking flattened me in the pit.
And then you miss everything else.
Yeah, I missed most of the day because Aquaman broke my legs.
Yeah. I think I might be mad about that because, like, when I have, like, pit stuff, I try to get it right up on the stage. Probably not good for my health, and when I'm 80, if I make it that, I'm going to be like, "Huh? What?"
Oh, I already am.
But I'm pretty sure you've went to probably 10 times more concerts than I have.
Oh, probably. Right, so you got a toothpick in your mouth.
Yeah.
That is the perfect fucking lead on for me to show something off.
It better be Scott Hall, or you're fired.
Remember me Rob Van Dam shorts?
Yeah.
I got me delivery of the other pairs.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. The ones that didn't arrive, though, I think I'm getting a refund. I don't have to send them back. So I ordered a pair of black and red Shawn Michaels, with the heart logo on. And what I got sent were a pair of blue shorts.
BWO?
Nope, not even wrestling. With a cut in half Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah. Wrong colour, wrong sport, wrong man. So I sent a photo of them in the thing and I went, I ordered some black and red Shawn Michaels shorts, not whatever this is. And they're like, not even a dispute. They were just like, refund.
So you got the money back, and do you have to send them back, or do you just going to keep them?
No, I keep them.
Alrighty then.
Although I've got the Scott Hall ones on because I was going to be wearing the most ironic outfit ever. Considering I'm hungover, I'm trying to have a beer to sort myself out so I don't feel like hell. I'm wearing a Sandman shirt. I was going to be wearing the CM Punk shorts that I got delivered.
See, I thought you were going to wear something DDP because he helps people get sober.
No, CM Punk shorts, Sandman shirt. Strong look.
Yeah, I actually keep a toothpick in my mouth after I've used it and needed it because of Scott Hall. And when I get tired of it, I'll just take it. I'll go, here you go.
Yeah.
Love that little gimmick of his.
It was really cool. Yeah. I've got 2 more pairs of Rob Van Dam, CM Punk, Scott Hall. My HBK ones didn't show up. I have got an array of new T-shirts as well that I will be wearing as the weeks roll on.
I mean, I feel like I should start buying some shorts like that.
I think most of them are
Sandman. I would have to match them to the shirt I wear, and that's too much work. Where a pair of black shorts goes with everything.
Yeah. I mean, I think all the shirts I ordered, well, most of them are a pretty similar sort of pattern going on. I can hear Zach trying to escape his room because Jamie and Alana have gone out to watch a show.
Oh.
Yeah, so I've locked him in his room with his tablet and TV on. I can hear him rattling the gate.
So, let's talk about a little bit of rattling happening on. The rumor mills and everything, and a few confirmations, has a lot of wrestlers in movies recently. Charles Crawley's Welcome to Paradise is expected to be hitting the film scenes later this year, starring Jordan Grace. She filmed it while with TNA, but WWE's getting the prop for that.
Yeah.
And then Cody and possibly Roman Reigns are going to be starring in Street Fighter.
I hadn't seen Cody. I saw Roman was on the cast list.
Yeah, Cody is Will, G-U-I-L-E.
Oh, Jean-Claude Van Damme from the old film.
Okay.
Yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme played him in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s one.
I think it was early 90s. Maybe even mid-90s, yeah.
Laptop. I was going to say I've got some Street Fighter stuff somewhere, but I don't know where it... Oh, I've got a little Vega up there.
It was 1994.
Ooh. Kylie Minogue was in it, if I'm correct.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think she was.
Oh, Ming-Na was in it. I'm looking at the... Yep, Kylie Minogue was Cammy. Ming-Na Wen was Chun-Li. She was the voice of Mulan.
It's a bad film, but, you know, I imagine the new one will be much better. Speaking of Jason Momoa, he's in it as well.
The new one?
Yep. He's been cast as Blanca, I think.
See,
green and orange dude.
Oh, Momoa is that?
Yeah.
See, I never really played Street Fighter. I always gravitated more towards Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I prefer Mortal Kombat.
I was somewhat familiar with this.
There's a few Street Fighter figures knocking about. I know I've got a big Vega somewhere, and I've got a Blanca.
If I would have had the money at one point, I would have the...
Over in the corner, I've actually got 2 M. Bisons. I've got one that's really buff and video game looking, and the other one is Raul Julia from the film.
Yeah, it's weird thinking of Gomez Adams that way.
Yeah. But sweet story, he did that film. He knew he was dying. He did that film because his kids love Street Fighter.
So besides just the fact that it seems like a lot of wrestlers are getting roles in movies, do you have an opinion one way or another of wrestlers in movies?
I mean, a lot of what they do is acting anyway, so like a lot of them do have the acting chops to do it. I mean, most of the time it's little bit parts, or like we need a big guy, like Kevin Nash in The Punisher.
Or as Super Shredder?
Yeah. Speaking of The Punisher.
Lego Punisher.
Punisher. Or I'm trying to think. There's definitely some other ones. I mean, Kevin Nash appears in a lot. He was Super Shredder. He was in Punisher. He's in Magic Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah. He shows up in quite. He's in. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he might be in John Wick.
Oh, I don't know. I've never watched John Wick. It's not my type of movie.
I think he might be in the first John Wick.
Well, the guy that played Lockjaw back in the, I think it was 1960s, James Bond, was a wrestler. Roddy Piper, of course, had his career.
Yeah. Sheamus in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, yeah, he was Bebop, wasn't he?
Bebop or Rocksteady, one of the two.
Which apparently, whoever created those must have been there's someone, or I read it, they must have been a very big into ska, because I think that's subgenres of ska, but it's actually subgenres of a specific type of music.
Sounds about right. All right, can we pause a minute? He's going fucking ballistic now.
All right.
Cool.
So we were going over a few of the roles wrestlers had before we took that little pause.
Yes.
I know back in the 80s, late or early 90s, when Hogan and Piper took their breaks for wrestling, it was a big taboo, and now it's not, apparently.
Yeah, because you had like Hogan was in Rocky, Thunderlips, Piper did They Live. I'm just trying to look around now for a bit of anything that'll flag up in my mind as like, oh yeah, they were in that. But
while you're looking about, I just realized the other day that I had not had a Hot Rod Roddy Piper Funko Pop until I bought one off Van Addicts, and it's all WWE Hall of Fame Piper.
Cool.
Which is crazy because, like, back in the day, my top like 4 wrestlers were Sting, Flair, Piper, Macho Man. And
speaking of actors, wrestling, and all that, I saw a headline earlier. I didn't read it because I've no interest. But Tony Khan has said Sting is wrestling's Tom Cruise. I'm guessing it's because they've both not aged. Because Tom Cruise is like 63, I'm sure. I saw something saying it was his birthday today or yesterday.
I have no clue about that. I do know that there's rumors that Sting's going to have an active role in All In Texas. And, well, when we put this out, 5 days. Which I don't know about you, but when I go for trips, I generally plan out what I'm going to wear and pack it. I've already packed for All In. How do you do trips? Do you just be like, throw it in there, Jamie, or?
It depends what we're doing. If it's just me and her going away for, like, we're working a show and we're staying over. It's like one night in Wakefield or Leeds or something. I'll typically just wear whatever jeans I've got on. I'll throw like underwear and a t-shirt in the bottom of my backpack to deal with the next day. But
yeah, I'm that way with like overnights also.
If we're going away, like when we're going on holiday in October, I'll make sure I've got, as long as I've got enough to cover the amount of time we're there, I'm sorted.
But
During football season, so I'll probably throw in 7 random T-shirts and 7 Saints jerseys.
see, I think I ended up throwing in 2 Will Ospreay shirts and an AEW shirt. So, funny fact, and to call back to a previous episode about flags, that is illegal, sir. In the state of Oklahoma, or not the state of Oklahoma, but the United States of America, that flag is illegal.
Huh?
Yeah. There is a flag code, and it says what you can do with flag, what you can't do with flag, and anything that alters the image of the United States flag is illegal. So wearing it as on pants, it's illegal. Even if it's just a little small thing and it touches the ground, you've broken the law.
Interesting.
So
I am thinking I'm going to get myself a pair of the Stars and Stripes Zubas, like the old 90s Sandman style ones. Might treat myself to a pair of them for my birthday in October. Which means when I go on holiday, I will wear nothing but that pair of Zubas. Well, all right, come on, we're going somewhere posh, something to eat. Zubas. We're taking the kids. Yeah.
Man, I feel sorry for anywhere I go when I'm on vacation. Not because I stink or anything, because I shower and stay healthy, clean and stuff. But sometimes remember shower and put on deodorant. Just saying. But like, I don't take fancy clothes. So like, until I seen the price of Hell's Kitchen Miami, I was wanting to go there. But I seen the price and I'm like, no, never in 100 years am I going to afford that. I can do better things for $60 than spend $60 on a hamburger.
Yeah.
Of course, then I wouldn't be getting the hamburger. I'd be getting like the $89 beef Wellington.
Yeah. If I'm going somewhere, if I'm away and I'm going somewhere sort of smart, it'll be one of many, 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 many red and black flannel shirts that I own, and I'll just button it up.
Yeah, no, I don't even do that. I'd
have worn one of my red and black shirts for our wedding if I could have got away with it.
Yeah, I know. So, I don't know.
I've actually got one really posh flannel shirt upstairs, and it's a Levi's Saints one from when they did the NFL crossover thing that I bought at a game in London, and I very rarely wear it.
Do you guys have proms over there?
90 quid. Huh?
Do you guys have proms over there? Or
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, my senior prom, I was going to skip it. But then I had a friend who... She was somewhat a friend also, but it was mainly my friend's friend that wanted to go and hang out with her. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll go. I bought me a new work shirt. I had to have white button-up shirts at the time. I wore blue jeans. I might have bought me a new pair of blue jeans. I know I bought the new shirt because I needed the new shirt. And at the time, chains on wallets was a big thing. So I had... Yeah.
Every day.
So you're stuck in the early to mid 2000s.
Oh, most definitely.
But I met my date like a block from where we were having the prom. Her dad wanted to meet me, no problem. I can understand that. But he had a different idea of what was happening than what I had. So he was like, what type of person dresses like that to take my daughter to a prom? I'm like, and he was, what are you, a dog with that chain on your wallet? And I'm like, dude, I don't have to take her. She's only coming because Monica wants her to come. I think Monica was my friend's name. Yeah. I'm like, I'm only taking her because she wants her to come. It is nothing else than that. Oh
no, ours was at Manchester United. I borrowed one of my mum's friend's suits because he's about the same size as me, and showed up. I just got a lift in a Prius. You've got people that have spent ridiculous money, hired limos and all that. I pull up in a Prius, get out the front. First thing I did, I said hello to a couple of members of staff and lit a cig. And you could see the rest of like the smokers that were sort of my age, all perched over around the corner over a wall, like he's lit a cig in front of them. And they all came scurrying around like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "We've left school. They can't stop us." Like, "Oh yeah, you've got a point."
Well, both my proms were held at the Salina High School gym. Of course, I mean, graduating class was 63 for me, so no more than like 200 kids in the gym. My junior prom, I did kind of go all out, but I won the suit or the prom suit. I had like a zoot suit, old 40s mafia style looking.
Yeah.
And took a girl out. I was actually dating her at the time. Turns out she was mainly dating me because her sister was dating my best friend, and her sister wanted someone to hang out with. But yeah, I did go all out on that one.
Oh no, I bare minimum effort. It was only I think my business studies teacher stopped me from being served booze because I looked quite similar to this then. But obviously I wasn't old enough to drink. So I walked in straight to the bar. Pint of Stella, please, mate. Whoever was on the bar went, "Yeah, right, no worries. There you go." I turned around, she went, "No, you fucking don't." I went, "That's a student. Don't serve him."
Yeah, we didn't have a bar, but my first trip to St. Louis, I did it as a school function. I was 20 years old, and where we were having it was a mall that had a bar in it. So we went to lunch pretty much as soon as we got there because we left at 2, 3 in the morning, and registration was at 1, I think it was. So we had a little bit of time for lunch. We all went to this little bar and grill thing, and it was like a group of 10 of us. They ID'd like 3, and they were like, "Okay, they're all good." So I ordered a apple teeny because I didn't want to look at the menu and be like, "Oh, what's in this?" or "Hey, how's this taste?"
Yeah.
And like 2 or 3 other people had already ordered an apple teeny. The advisor comes along, knows the majority of us are underage, and he's like, "Those better not be alcoholic." We're like, "They're not. I see an apple teeny there. I know that's alcohol." "No, Becker, it's one of their special non-alcoholic cocktails." And he's like, "Fine, oh well." I really don't think he cared too much.
No.
But yeah.
I remember there being a phone call at ours. "We've got 3 lads in here that have just said they're on the way to a wedding or something. They're not yours, are they?" And they're like, "Yeah, don't serve them." 3 of the lads had gone to the pub down the road. The pub had just rang the venue and gone, "What have you got on?" Like, 3 lads here saying they're at a wedding. "No, it's a high school prom." Like, "Oh, right. Out you go, lads." Yeah, I mean, lie about the function, yeah, but then actually tell them where you're going so they can ring and check.
Yeah, that's not very intelligent.
No.
They definitely weren't the honor roll kids.
No. They certainly weren't.
So I noticed the other day, Will Ospreay posted that Chris Statlander is now the Eve women's champion there in the UK.
Oh.
November, they're going to have a big show in London. It's like West something. And it seems like a pretty good promotion.
Yeah, I've heard good things. I know just before, I think it was the day before Liverpool Comic Con, Jay from TNT was there. Oh, yeah, was there with his missus. She was on the card. I didn't mean to go on there. And yeah, he said like they had, I can't remember what the match was called.
Okay, well, you look that up. I need to correct myself. I was completely wrong.
Anniversary.
Eve versus the World, Saturday, August 23rd at Walthamstow, England, or Walthamstow, London.
Oh, Walthamstow, yeah.
Yeah. Their front row sold out. Their second row sold out. Third row sold out. When they made this post like a day ago, 4 remained of fourth row and 10 of the fifth row. And then standing room tickets. And it looks like they're hyping Mo Sky Blue and Julia Hart's going to be there.
Cool.
So yeah,
Riot of Violence match that I was thinking of, and that had weapons and all that, but they didn't have like certain bits set up. So Jay was like, "It's all right, I've got this." So we went and got some razors for a bit of blading, and he got like Gillette or Wilkinson sword or whatever, the proper shaving ones that are properly flimsy. And he went, "They're not going to cut anything." Just test it. Spewing. Apparently Ospreay was freaking right. I was like, "What have you done that for?" He's like, "I didn't think they cut anything." But then cut to the match, and Lucy Sky was telling me she was nothing.
Yeah, I think it was Ric Flair. Well, I know it was Ric Flair, but I think it was he only used Gillette razors or some like upper
brand name. Brand.
But yeah, to think that a razor wouldn't cut is crazy because it seems like the shittier the razor, the more it cuts.
Oh, most definitely. Excuse me a minute, we'll have to pause again. He's going mental this time.
All right, well, we were on that brief pause. I was scrolling through my feed again, seeing what else popped up. And I found 2 stupid titles or clickbait titles on articles. One was, and it showed Braun Breaker, WWE star to join Chris Jericho's new AEW stable. Yeah. And then the other was what happened to Tamina? It's like Tamina Snuka has been on the roster since and hasn't competed since 2003. There's no word from her or WWE about her current status. She's not on any rosters. Like, what the fuck? Where is there a news story there besides just throwing out a name that hasn't been in the news in a while?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, clickbait's got a clickbait.
I mean, maybe we should figure out some awesome title for our episode this time, and we can have some clickbait also.
Yeah, it seems to be a lot of articles that are like that now, which is why I don't click on them or read them most of the time. I mean, we could make something slightly relevant from what I can grab around the room and see if we can make a new title that'll get some clicks, and then it turns out it's just some bullshit that we've made up on here. So Avengers Doomsday is coming out soon, or in the next year or so. So Shane McMahon is the new Iron Man.
I mean, yeah, but okay, never mind. I was thinking Thunderbolts actually being New Avengers or whatever it was.
Oh yeah, New Avengers. Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of glad that happened. Speaking of Lego US Agent, because when I think Thunderbolts, it wasn't the characters that were in that film. I think Thunderbolts, it's Red Hulk, Punisher, Deadpool, Ghost Rider, Elektra. There's a bit of a red theme going on.
See, unfortunately, a lot of like Thunderbolts and West Coast Avengers, New Avengers, Mid or Lakes Avengers, whatever. A lot of those only caught my attention in like if I got a trading card set or any trading cards.
Yeah.
So unless they had a TV show when I was a kid, then I never really got into them. One that I wanted to get into was the Olympians because that was cool. And I never found any comics. I never found any shows, nothing. It was just a card had them on it.
Yeah.
Which, now that we've transitioned...
It's not ringing a bell with me.
Oh, it was Zeus, Hercules.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was the Olympic gods as superheroes.
That'll be cool. Well, there's I can't remember which film it was. Thor, Love and Thunder. They tease Hercules at the end of that.
Yeah. And
that.
And they have Zeus in it. Like,
oh, yeah, it was Russell Crowe, wasn't it?
Yeah, if they don't have a Thor or Asgard's versus the Olympians eventually Marvel Universe, I'm going to be very upset. Because that, even like just looking at what I know about the two actual mythological pantheons, that'd be a hell of a fight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be cool. I'd like to see that.
Which, since we're on the topic of superheroes and stuff, did you notice that Superman with Cornsweet, whatever, I don't know his first name, actually had kind of like sponsorships on both AEW and WWE this week?
No, I've not watched any of the shows, but I am quite interested in the film because it's the James Gunn DC universe, so might be good.
Well, it's got Nicholas Hoult in it. I like Nicholas Hoult. But then I've also found out it's not an origin story. Do you know how refreshing that is? That it's not.
I'm very happy about that. I don't need to see him get shoved in a capsule and Krypton explode again.
I mean, you could always just watch it on any of the 500 other Superman movies.
Yeah. Or, well, it's like Batman's origin story, isn't it? I don't need to see the Waynes die again.
I don't know. Maybe they can film it to where the Waynes actually die on screen for a change.
I mean, the Batfleck one, I wanted the other, I can't think, the other universe, Flashpoint. I wanted them to do Flashpoint. Because that universe, it's Bruce Wayne that dies, and Martha becomes the Joker, and Thomas becomes Batman, but more like Punisher. So it's like black and red Batman with guns.
Yeah.
And the casting of Thomas and Martha in that was Lauren Cohen, who's Maggie in The Walking Dead, and it was what's his name? Jeffrey Dean Morgan was Thomas Wayne. Negan from The Walking Dead.
I mean,
he'd make a fucking spectacular violent Batman.
I think a Flashpoint version of Batman would be an awesome movie to see. And then also a He Who Laughs Batman movie.
Oh, the Batman Who Laughs. I love that. I've got that as that full collection as a hardback down there.
And then I would just like to see the Flash movie redone. I did not like that one guy as Flash.
Oh, Ezra Miller. Yeah, I didn't watch it. It intrigued me with some of like the weird cameos and multiverse stuff, but yeah.
I watched it. Ezra Miller just, to me, is not a good, I want Grant Gustin back. Like, I loved him as the Flash.
I watched the show.
Or maybe get like a Tom Holland or the guy that plays Hiccup in the new How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah. Excuse me a moment. He's screeching at the top of the stairs.
All right, H. After that pause, I think I have the title of the show. The show that pauses.
Yeah. Oh, fat interrupting anus. My son is. Either way. So there's a lot of like castings we could hope for. What I'm really hoping for is that Henry Cavill linking in with the Superman thing. I'm hoping that his 40k show that he's working on with Amazon is going to be good. I know he's a big fan of the game and the whole franchise as a whole. I just hope it's going to be good.
Yeah, I mean...
Mostly, I'm hoping that I get to see something like that.
I mean...
Giant motorbike with guns.
Just like... I've heard rumors that...
maybe
Spider-Man, Tom Holland.
Yes.
Is in the running for a James Bond, or to be James Bond. He would not make a good James Bond. I can tell you this, just because like he doesn't have that traditional James Bond look.
No, Henry Cavill, yes,
yes, but if
very much so.
But if Tom Holland got cast as James Bond, I would be more apt to watch it because I like Tom Holland. Just like I like Henry Cavill, he would be. And that'd be part of why I would watch the Warhammer. I didn't like him as Geralt of Riviera, though.
I couldn't get into that.
See, I tried getting into it because I'd played The Witcher 3. Like, I'd never played Witcher 1 or Witcher 2.
I did it the other way around. I couldn't get into the show, so I bought Witcher 3. I put about an hour into it. Just not going.
I beat the game. And it was really weird because if you have Witcher 2, you can kill a guy. And if you have it saved on the same PlayStation and you play Witcher 3,
it carries over.
Yes.
Mass Effect did that.
Okay, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah. So I got the Mass Effect trilogy recently, and I never played one. So I've started them in order to do the save progression things. I think I played them separately on separate. I think I played 2 on like the Xbox 360 and then 3 on the PS4 or something. So I never had the save progression thing. So now I've got them all as one bundle. I'm trying to do that.
But I mean, in a way, games like that's cool because, like, it also I was told not to kill the witches that had the kids, and it turned out they came back and was a battle at the end, which really pissed me off because I didn't want to have to deal with them. I purposely tried not to fight them.
Yeah.
And then there's a PlayStation 3 game called Vampire that your actions change the story.
Oh,
I love those games.
Yes, Vampire, the RPG style.
Yeah.
One, Victorian London.
Yeah, I killed a guy that was
I'm about 2 hours into that. It was one that I needed to concentrate on, so that's a when everyone's gone on holiday or away or something. Again, I'm going to have to pause. He's screeching.
Yeah, I got stuck on it, and I can't figure out how to unstick myself. I need like a specific character that I can't get to because I'm stuck at night, and I killed the other character that I would need.
Right. I'll be back in a minute. He's doing that thing again.
All right, I think we're nearing the end of the episode that pauses.
Oh, please don't maybe go back upstairs and deal with him.
I won't, but I just noticed.
Dude, I've fed him. I've put his telly back on. There's not much more he can shout me for now.
Okay, I'm sure it's been there for a while, but I just noticed up on the shelf beside the red WWE title. What action figure is that? Is that a Stormtrooper? Maybe. Yeah, you're pointing right at it right now.
No, that's First Order Stormtrooper.
Okay. It just
That shelf is mostly Star Wars in front of the books. So I've got a thing for getting the Jedi that aren't like the big names. So I mean, there's an Anakin up there. There's one of every Obi-Wan Kenobi. So I've got episode 1, 2, 3, the series 4, and a Force Ghost from 6. I've got a couple of Yodas, but then I've got like there's a Kit Fisto up there, a Plo Koon, I can't remember the name.
Lores of Floor.
Not Ayla Secura, not Ahsoka, not Barry Sophie. Luminara Unduli with the big square head robes thing.
Yeah, I don't like her.
I've got a hologram Plo Koon as well. There is a Mace Windu up there. Yeah, I was just picking up the odd Jedi. You know, the ones that might have had like a bit part in the movies or shown up in a TV show or something.
Like a Yaddle.
Yeah, I want a Yaddle. And up the top, I've got some vintage ones. So I've got like Gamma Ring Guard, C3PO, and I'm drawing a blank on his name. Oh, Jabba's Palace.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name.
Yeah, I do, but it's escaped me. Oh, and in the Obi-Wans, I've got an episode 4 from the 90s Obi-Wan, and I've got 1976 or whatever it was Obi-Wan. But then that big blue thing above the Stormtrooper is Han Solo's speeder from Solo, the one that looked like a muscle car at the start, because I thought it was dead cool. So up there, I've got a load of Han Solos. I think every appearance of Han. And then I've got a couple of Black Series figures that I've picked up cheap because I decided instead of doing like all the Star Wars characters that I like, I was going to pick up the ones of people that are famous for not for Star Wars. You know, like when like in season 1 of Andor when Bill Burr shows up in it.
Okay. Yeah,
I've got the Bill Burr. I'm gonna get the Mandalorian. He's the mayor. Carl Weathers. I'm gonna get the Carl Weathers. I've got the Benicio del Toro.
You are not gonna have room for all this stuff.
No, I am running desperately low on room. I was going to show off something else that I've had delivered, but he has fallen out of the packaging. Yeah, another 40k figure, but this is the ones I've got are McFarlane. This one is Joy Toy, Chinese company. They are phenomenal quality, like the very detailed, and his helmet comes off, which I wasn't expecting. But they are so expensive. This is the cheapest one they do, and he was about 13 quid, which I can deal with. But then you get up to like the Space Marine Primarchs, you're looking they're 110 quid for a bit bigger than that.
Yeah, no, that's a ridiculous amount. It'll probably be like 200 quid if it's American, just because all the tariffs and everything that's happening. And
that's it. So like you can buy them off their website over here, and they're about 10, 15 quid dearer than if you get them on AliExpress. Which I thought, like, oh, they're not going to be great. You know, it's going to be a knockoff, isn't it? It's going to be a knockoff. It's not going to be the right thing, but nope, it's just a Chinese company selling. Like, it came in the full legit packaging.
See, that's the thing about like AliExpress.
You order them off there.
That's the thing about like AliExpress and Temu and Wish. They sell just enough of the right stuff at the right price, or cheap enough that people are like, "Oh, we got to do this," and they have like giveaways and stuff.
Yeah, I know people. I've seen people that have got the full range of their 40k figures, which is ridiculous. Because they do, like, the Primarks aren't even like the dearest thing. They do fucking dreadnoughts that are like 200 or 300 quid. I just wanted a Kriegsman. I was going to get some of their Space Marines, but then I found out that they're a different scale to the McFarlane ones, and it looked weird next to the one I've got. The one I've got is, for lack of a better term, a big chunky boy. There's a bit of a scale difference.
Are they supposed to be the same size? And
I mean, I think these guys are supposed to be 8 foot. I have got a guardsman here, and that's sort of the scale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know when I was a kid, I had a Voltron toy, and like the little guys were that tall. The Zord thing was like 3 times the size.
Is a bag of Spider-Man Lego pieces. Oh no, my Ogren's fallen over. Oh no. Yeah. You can use. Oh god.
Yeah,
right.
Don't touch stuff.
Ah.
Oh no.
Oh no. Stage. No. Can you still hear me?
I still hear you.
The big guy on the desk has fallen over and landed on the wire.
Well, on these technical difficulties, I think that's time to say thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you.
Oh, wait, hang on.
On the HJ Show.
It was a Zoom issue. Zoom turned the camera off.